Oh, hello there. I'm gonna start part 2 on Capelobo. It's not this guy. This guy was a legend that I did before. A pinguiri. He's just here for illustrated purpose. But let's leave him there and go back working on this guy. So it's kinda of a werewolf from Brazil, but it's this animal here that I think is called in English caterpillar. And he likes to eat ants, like you see here, with his tongue, and he digs with his claws. So this guy, he's half caterpillar, and his feet has a horse feet. But he pretty much human caterpillar. Normally people do normally claw like hands, but I trying to do more claw like this. It's one small, one big, or small, just to be more fun and be more animal likes. So yesterday I did some possibilities. Let me see if I can just do a group here and show I sketch, yeah, very light sketch of some possibilities of shapes for him. Some more boring, some not so much. This first one here was actually my first idea, this one. That I plan to do. He really big and like he be more buffy and he has this angular here like he's crouched most of the time, more animal like. But I ended up doing this one, which is has his mouth going down and is more evil like, or this buffed one. He was looking really nice, but I think I can do him like kind of shaggy and make it more threatening. I do want to make like a tense scene. So what I come up with, like I took a little further than both. And here, turn off this. So we have these two guys. I mostly did silhouette based on this one, but I think if we do this one here, it could be this guy. This one I also think if we would do this for the illustration, would be like some very small leaves, very slowly put here so that we let me save it too. So it could be like we are just seeing him. This is kind of that classic. We just saw this creature and just look at us. He was eating here from something like this pile of ants. Only it would have bones, animal bones, and probably more animal than human. He's more known to attack small animals, not pretty people. But yeah, doing this, I would do something that I didn't do here, which is turn all the levels down. So when I have this when I have these plants here, it it's the actual black. Else we lose too much of the depth here. So yeah, it would go all the way to yeah. It would make it really easy to like focus on him. I would do my best, of course, to make it look like everything is just a plain arrow to him. Some of the vegetation can just go down, but we still leave room to see like these bones here. Some can be a little heavy, so just rest in place. Have some that goes like this. Some other can with less strength go somewhere else. But on all, this is still my least favorite one. I think of all these three that I make. This one I have this race here because he's inside a cave, and just to have some light that hits him and maybe hits the ground where there is something. Uh, but I was thinking that this actually could be more. There is still like holes here and whatnot, and these bones here, like everything here would also be more light to the way to him. So this is kind of the entrance to where he is, and we have here some roots, and it's actually we are seeing from the outside of the cave that he is at, and there is lots of roots, and we can make here on the outside there could be like the rib cage and some bones that are all kind of light. I wouldn't want any dark here. So this would make, if I have very little levels, it's still a lot of, but just like some light level difference here, it could be like a second thing to notice rather than be like very noticeable that this is a bunch of bones. It could be connected or not. Here is foot. And then I would really detail him. Have a clear, really the dark here against, even if he isn't the most light of the painting, still he would be against this dark. and have at least on his face a clean silhouette, he still would be very the main focus. So we could have like it's a tree that's on top of this cave, and we have the roots going down. I think this could be interesting. We could hint like a very little bit of like forest here, just like things continue after here, but it's not too much. Also leaves here. But here in his cave could be a lot of holes that maybe he had things here that he saved to it later. So um, I think I will need to have these guys now. I'll make a new image. Thank you. Yay. Just so I can try to do something more similar. So let's actually follow my idea. Yeah, I was doing this contrast here. I'm gonna just do some organization here real quick. Yeah. Okay, success. Go back. Okay. Yeah, now I don't have to worry about picking the wrong thing. So we have this guy. So I will still do some 3D for this, mainly for his pose. I don't think I will do the much of the any of these scenarios in 3D. I don't think there is a necessity for that. Mm, They are more foresty, organic. I really like to do 3D for hard surface stuff. Really save times, and it's like playing with Lego and stuff. I have been like in scoping more a bit on Blender, just like whatever I do, just to try to get the most that I can, since I'm gonna be waiting a while to handle things. I may as well do it. But I do want to paint most of it on this one. And a lot of fur. Like I can use some fur texture. I normally do when I do fur, but I end up doing a lot of this the parts of the transitions. I actually do this fur by fur thing. Here I'm doing very big, but by the end I will have been doing very small ones, which is fun. Always do a lot of big ones, and then do the small ones. Yeah, I could make like his claw like hitting just a little bit of the claw. Um, his tongue here. Or we would make this tongue light just to. Oh, since he is against the dark, I would make like his tongue dark too. That would be really hard to make a silhouette. Let's go here. Raise this a little bit. I like the idea that goes a little bit like this. I can have still some little animal bone here. Hey, Clarina. Yeah, this would be dark. We already has tongue up, so I'll get it down. Continue here, my Capelobo. I'm doing this one right now on this sketch. I'm working on this tree. I'm gonna work more on this and probably on A. The B one, I think I'm not gonna be the one I will be doing. Yeah, we can make it just some shaggy fur. Okay, we'll connect the shadows here. Yeah. And still do. You'll have these patterns. And I do want to make the other claw. So it's a clawy guy. I would have to leave some silhouette here, so we put some shadows, more here, and we have this. So we have these roots. Did I? Yeah, I put. No? Yeah, it's not going out. I did something here. It's not the end of the world, but let me get out. Yay. Oh, it's worse now. Okay, it's gone. So this would be in this cave that there is this part with a tree falling. Like there's just some roots. There probably are three upwards. Probably some hints of leaves here. And here on the floor there's this animal bones. Just some. I'm probably not gonna shadow too hard in the end, but for the sketch I will put some no shadows because it's not so defined here. It's kinda get lost. Yeah. Just get the borders. Overlay layer. Let's give here a little bit of volume. It would in this one be more light, more in the down parts, which is cool. He has this big mouth nose, so we can have that in very evidence. And his top can be more. Yeah, I can do that with a normal layer. Can be more mysterious. Yeah. Also some shadows here. There's some gradients. Yeah, Joy. Okay. Inside the cave, we'll have some hints. Here, we lost a lot of that because I've run out of grays. But it will have I guess not so much in the sketch, but in the end I will make it a little more gradual, make a lot of holes. Still gonna have a lot of ants because he probably would like to live where there is a lot of them, little insects. He does like them. So we can have like holes and some hints here. So it would be like he in his home 1 year, just having a good time here, not really doing much, but would show kinda where he is, what he do, and he being kind of mysterious and secretive here. However, we have this one, which would be more creepy. Yes, this one. So this one, the idea is like he is this cute guy, and he likes to eat ants or insects in holes. He dig with these claws to find them. So this would be a place. This is a little bigger. It's a big guy. It would be like a big holes with insects and whatnot. And on occasion, of course, there is always this in Legends. He attacks people. Normally, it's because they attack them. Even though this illustration here shows. Uh, looks like he just attacked the person. The person was walking on a bike and got eaten. Yeah, and when he attack people, he eats the brains with his tongue. Is where he puts the hole in. But I don't plan to exactly make that scene graphic like that. So here is just him. There is a hole with insets where we are looking here down up to him, and there would be a hand here of a person. So it would be a hint that someone already passed there and didn't have a happy ending. And now he's just checking this hole where he could have animal bones and ants, whatnot, could have houses here. And it's just the place that he goes to feed. So this is something that I didn't see people do yet of him. So this is somewhat interesting to do. Could be a more interesting camera. And I could probably do this guy, this version of him for this. I know I put the skinny one here, but I think he would be very covered and would be have space to have like a shadow here and then his silhouette around, and that could look really cool. And yeah, not many do this more shaggy big one version of him. I think that could be cool to do. The silhouette could, like here, he has so much fur that even cover his ear and his arm would actually be like this, and this brush is not very good for that, but this one is better for sure. So we can have more dark here, and like we go up to here, but we would still try to get 1 foot of him forward, just so it still shows his horse foot, one of them. Yeah, so like all his design kinda shows. Would put a little bit passing here, so we make sure that it shows. And we make this big guy. We can have his claws. It would be nice to have a clean silhouette on his claws. 2 big ones and 2 small ones. This one could be more in shadow, but we still we could get here. Conflict a little bit, overlap with the tongue, but I can get some light here. This one has a really mouth here, like so. I can have a little bit under him. Just gonna flat here and you work this. And then we light this close. And we okay. So yeah, I would like to in his mouth before we conflict with this other hand here. Then we could have very light shadows around. He is kind of the dark here. It could even, I was thinking doing nighttime, but I think can be daytime, so we can have light here a lot and get, you can have all the spots of lights, small ones in between the leaves. And for personal hands. Yeah. So we have this tongue, it's going to overlap the hands. That's gonna be cool to like be watching him. The idea is still like here is the first thing we are gonna look. And then his tongue goes here to the hand. So I probably in the final gonna fight a little bit to make sure the main these first fingers here doesn't not stay too obvious. So sometimes round them up and really make a gradient here that will help. But they will be insets too on the hand to show like time. It's probably a while there. There's some of the lights. It's here. It probably would be darker because of him. So we can really flat this and also make this woo like a way to this down part, which can have the same level of darks. Yeah, there's wood here. Let me see if I'm doing it too dark. In theory, it should be okay. Make it really thin and then boom. This also, if I make it like this, like I did on the concept, like really thin, and then it goes here. I have more space here to have more of this fanfare. Yeah, the second pattern on them. Oh, little baby. It comes from here, up on his nose, on his ear. This I'm not gonna really show the ear. It's just a really big shag one. So yeah, I could have like here a division. That could be fun, which would be uh, kind of more dark, like the hands. You could have some little bit here, like it's buried, and that would let me do like some little ends, a little bigger. Just to have some silhouettes of the ants walking outside. This one I may do or not, or just I make this light here have some bloom, and then I light it up just to not call that much attention. And then I do some blooms. Bloom, bloom, bloom. It's probably not anywhere near as light as it could be. Now that I'm going to make the daytime, it can be light in there. Just correct. Okay. Yeah. And since I'm already doing some bloom, there could be like some a little bit here. Just here, just in places that would just help him be a little more mysterious and not really take out on his shape. Here probably would not be this light. Let's and here too, probably it's more this dark. And like his body would still like take here. So I would need to make this work on this with a way that we see like this line here. Or else it's just gonna look weird. And like there is a vision because it's a horse kind of fit. Here is the down part. So I do have very little reference here, but it has some muscles that I can like make sure there is, so it looks like more than now. Just a little fat with this perspective. Yeah, like there would be have still some shadows, light parts. I would still darken more. Probably this upper part of the hand is still darken some. To not make it so visible at first glance. And pathways like there could be some places with at the start here some roots coming out of the earth. Even could be on here, passing just behind the hand. I don't super need. I think this can be more relaxed, this finger. I think this whole hand could be a little bit more relaxed, and it is now. I'll probably have worked the hands on 3D, so I don't redraw it hundreds of times. I will play around with poses. Oh, okay. These two, A and C are kinda what I'm going. I'm thinking A. Um, but yeah, I think it's just the hands. His pose, yeah, I could make in 3D. Do I need to? I don't know if I need to. I can just do some draw something of his silhouette and still use it. I can photo bash or not this earth here. I can make more painted the trees, kinda like I did here. Yeah, I did use some. Yeah, I did use some photo and then I painted. It wasn't just brush. It's just some parts. But maybe this could be just really out of focus, because the focus really there is already him in all this. This doesn't need to be super detailed. Maybe he just on his back where there is more dark. It could be more the detail more refined. And certainly a little bit more dark here. So we keep the focus on him. And just a bit more dark. Everything here just to separate from the background. As well, I can do all uh, the spark of lights and whatnot here. It's nice if it's just his the difference of darks here is enough to separate it. And check here. Okay. Well, I think the pose part I make on this. I will make it offline and render it, because render does break a little bit the stream. And I will do A. I will continue A. So next times I can just render. I'm probably gonna do a few hours of render. And we will do A. So thanks for watching now. In the future, I'll be back probably tomorrow and probably a little early. And I will continue this. Gonna be my, I think, 9 legend creator from Brazil. And yeah, I hope to make it kind of spooky. You want it to be daytime, but it has all these elements. It's gonna be fun to work on this. Being a while I don't work on illustration of mine. So looking forward to it. So thank you, and till next time.